I am not a yid, but a yad. A yid is how you say a Jewish person in Yiddish. It's spelled Yud Dalet. But if you said that in Hebrew, that would make it a Yad, Yud Dalet. And I really think I am a hand. The hand of God, so to speak. So I'm not a Yid, I'm a Yad. And my whole philosophy is based on the hands. Because, quite frankly, man is the animal with hands. And you have two hands, like you have two souls. That's a Jew has two souls. And that's the whole difference between a Jew and a non-Jew. Everybody possesses the animal soul, but only the Jew possesses the godly soul. And that's what makes Judaism different and hated. We have two creations. Also, we have the creation of the first day, and then there's a whole difference in the seventh day. And the first creation, Bereshit, is the creation of the animal soul, which everybody has. And then the Shabbos comes in with the godly soul. The other aspect is that the two names of God, the Elohim name of God, that's representative of the animal soul. And the Yud He Vav He name of God is the godly soul. And this is also even in tefillin, because tefillin is for 6 days of a week. On Shabbos, you don't put tefillin on. And what do you do on the tefillin? You wrap up the left hand. You wrap up the left arm. Why? Because the left hand is the animal soul. And the right hand is the godly soul. And the right hand wraps up the left hand. So you have two souls, the animal soul and the godly soul in your hands. And this is so important to me because, in my dream, I had this dream of the two hands over the Akashic record and a hay with an aleph inside between. And these are the two souls. And then, but there's a third soul. There's a Yad Ramah. Yad Ramah. 245, 14, 259. And that's in between. That's like a third soul, the third hand. So the left hand is the animal soul, the right hand, the godly soul. The top half of the body above the girdle, the godly soul, and then below the girdle, the animal soul. The front, so to speak, the godly soul, the back, the animal soul. Above is a godly soul, and below is the animal soul. And one of the great tricks is Keter Malkus, where the below comes and tops the above. That's another story. So these two souls, they're two creations because you're bipolar. You're two people within you. You're not one. You're two. You have two of everything. On the right and left sides. And then, of course, there's a third. The axis mundi. The Sushumna. Anyway. So how did we get this? You know, I woke up with this because Elohim actually has these two aspects to it also. It's a plural. But, you know, Ella is a feminine word and Yam is a masculine ending. So there's a masculinity within the feminine. And Elohim has to do with the feminine anyway. It represents Bina, and if not only Bina, it represents Malchus, and those are the two feminine aspects. And if you put Elohim and Adonai together, which are again the two feminine aspect names, you get 151, which is mikvah, and that's why you meditate on it when you take a mikvah. And that's with 9 letters, and that's 160, and that's Zelem, and that's also Kayin. And so Kayin comes from this feminine soul aspect, in a certain sense. The masculine soul also has two feminine forces, in that it has two Heys within it. And I feel that the Yud He Vav He, with the two Heys, the top He is a potential extension with the Ya, the Yud He, because the Yud is the drop of a potential extension into the He, which is father and mother, and then Vav He. Vav is a continuation, is like the penis into the second He. So it's an activated. And one of the great secrets of all time is to change the name of Yud He Vav He into Yud He Yud He. And that's the great secret of the Zadok, of the Nazir. And the whole number 30 in general. But these are things that I just wanted to say about the difference within the body of two souls for the Jewish person, and the whole idea that the left side will represent the animal soul and the right side the godly soul. And so that's why there's been a higher aspect of the right in everything. But the great secret is how to elevate the animal soul, because the body is what we're going to be resurrected into. And so without that body, and without the body here on earth, we can't elevate into the godly soul anyway. The importance of exercise and food and anyway. So these two aspects of Elohim as the first 6 days and Yud He Vav He as the 7th day. I have a lot of things here which are meaningful to me, but not necessarily to others. You see. And I'll give them along the way. Another weird thing about the spelling of Elohim and Adonai, because I'm into this feminine aspect of the left, is Elohim full with a final mem is 646, and not Adonai, but Adonai is the way we pronounce it, Aleph Daled Nun Yud, as 65, and that comes out to be 711. That's Ain. See? And if you use 9 letters with that, that's 720, that's yayin. And again, anything that has to do with yayin, it has to do with a nazir, has to do with, like, obvious. So these are very important aspects and meditations to go on as you proceed along this path of recognizing the left hand as the Elohim name and the right hand as the Yud-Heh Vav-Heh name. And these two aspects have to come together, see, and to develop the Yad Ramah and the third, because remember, I'm not a Yid, but a Yad. So my Yiddishness is represented through Yad. Okay? And even in deep aspects of masturbation, like what hand did one use? And what hand is considered the feminine hand and the receiving hand? And what hands is the giving hand? And this is, the whole fact. In fact, what they say in some of this Kabbalah stuff, you have to change the idea of the receiving to the giving. And this is the difference between left hand and right hand. So, for the purposes of this video, I am not a Yid, but a Yad.